Did you know that in Germany, some people grow up speaking German at home, but when they go to school, they actually have to learn German all over again? The reason is that these two types of German differ so greatly that they are almost like two completely different languages. So what's going on? Let's find out in today's video. German is one of the major languages of the world, spoken by around 80 million native speakers and more than 130 million speakers in total, mainly in Western and Central Europe. Native German speakers today mainly live across Germany, Austria, Eastern Switzerland, Liechtenstein, and Luxembourg, as well as some historically German-speaking regions, such as South Tyrol in Italy, parts of Belgium and Poland, Alsace and Lorraine in France, and even Namibia, a former German colony. In these areas, there are many German-speaking peoples who are recognized as local minorities. German belongs to the Western Germanic branch of the Indo-European language family. Remember those people we talked about earlier? What they speak is also called German, but more specifically, it's Low German, Plattdeutsch. In contrast, the German most of us are familiar with is a standardized language based on the Thuringian Upper Saxon dialects of High German. These two varieties are separated by the Benrath and Uerdingen isoglosses, linguistic boundaries that divide major dialect regions in Germany. Without Standard German as a bridge, Low German and High German are almost mutually unintelligible. So basically, they're two distinct languages.
It's a bit like Chinese. Broadly speaking, Chinese refers to all Sinitic languages, but when we say Chinese today, we usually mean the standardized variant based on the Beijing dialect of Mandarin, known as Standard Chinese or Standard Mandarin.
Now, back to German. Here's the fun part. There's another language that, like Low German, falls into what linguists call the North Sea group of the West Germanic branch. Yes, English. English belongs to the Anglo-Frisian line of this group, while Low German belongs to the Old Saxon line. You could say these two languages are like siblings. Listen to the sentence, "What is that?" spoken in both Standard German and Low German.
Standard German.
Was ist das?
Low German.
Was ist das?
Sounds familiar, right? Standard German and English are already quite close, but Low German is obviously closer. You might be thinking, well, maybe it's just that one sentence. Could be a coincidence. But no, it's not. And there's a linguistic reason for it. We'll dive deeper into that in another video. Now let's take a look at what happened next. Today, Standard German dominates schools and the media. Low German is gradually declining with fewer and fewer speakers, mostly concentrated among the older generation. Low German is now classified as a threatened language. And here's another twist. Berlin, the capital of unified Germany since 1871, is actually located in a historically Low German-speaking area. So why wasn't standardized German based on the dialect of the capital, but rather on the Thuringian Upper Saxon dialects, which are economically and politically less prominent today? That seems kind of unexpected, right? To answer this, we need to go back to the earliest origins of Standard German, the Bible translation by Martin Luther in 1534. Martin Luther was born in the Electorate of Saxony, located in what is today the eastern central German state of Saxony. The Upper Saxon Thuringian dialects spoken there belong to the central dialects of High German. When translating the Bible, Luther mainly used the written language prevalent in the Electorate of Saxony at the time. He deliberately avoided overly regional words and chose expressions that were easy to understand, so people across different regions of Germany could read it. With the help of the printing press, this version of the Bible was widely distributed throughout the German-speaking lands and heavily used in schools and religious sermons. By the 18th and 19th centuries, this language was further standardized by linguists and dictionary compilers, gradually developing into today's Standard German. So, the German you learn today actually comes from a written dialect from one region in Eastern Germany, and it got popular across the country thanks to one book, the Bible. Meanwhile, Low German, which shares more features with English, gradually faded from schools and became a language spoken at home but not taught in classrooms. This kind of story isn't unique to German. It's happened with many languages around the world. If you enjoy stories like this one, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.